Hey, Busy Los, how's it going? All right, just getting set up here. A little bit late. That's okay, right? What am I selling? So you can check out the shop. I've got a couple Final Fantasy figures in there. Actually, if you could do me a favor, can you just let me know? Can you hear the music in the background, or is that just distracting for me? I just got some nice chill Final Fantasy music, but I don't know if it's coming through because it's just on a laptop next to me. Richard, good morning. So specifically, hey Raz, good morning. I'm gonna turn this here, get a better view. Let me see how that looks. All right. Yeah, we're going to put that back. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Hey, Christopher, how's it going? How are you doing this morning? All right, guys. So we will get started here then. So, a little introduction since we're still pretty new here. So, my name's Darren. I am the founder of Mog's Palace. So what Mog's Palace is it's kind of a Final Fantasy Square Enix based shop, importer, reseller. Started by collectors for collectors, guys. Hey, what's up? Good morning, Rob. So, like I was saying, I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? Welcome on in. Curiously amazing. Welcome on in. Good morning. How are you doing today? You just popping in before work, or are you off today? Hey, Jerry, how's it going? Buster Sword, how's it going? How you doing this morning? Hey, Joe, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hey guys, so again, I'm Darren from Og's Palace. I'm bringing you guys some collectibles here today. We've got some figures. If anyone wants to see anything in particular, let me know. Otherwise, I just kind of wanted to start this Whatnot channel, or whatever you want to call it, Whatnot account, to kind of offer a chill place for everyone to talk about Final Fantasy, the games we all love, and check out some cool figures, both from my collection and things that are up for sale. We're going to try to kind of avoid the typical, hey, Wanderlust, good morning. We're going to kind of try to avoid the typical whatnot things of, a bunch of crazy, wild, wacky AI art and a bunch of loud auctions by just kind of creating a chill environment where we can all, again, talk about the games that we love so much that we probably grew up with, and check out some cool figures along the way. Hey, Emperor Ming, how you doing today? So again, I got a couple of figures that we're going to be looking at today. A couple of adorable arts figures, a Bring Arts figure. You can kind of see that we got A2 in the back too. Jordan Crew, good morning. Welcome on in. So we'll kind of take a look at these characters one by one. So first figure I want to take a look at is this adorable arts lightning here. So for those of you who don't know, the Adorable Arts line is done, of course, by Square Enix. Offers like these small, like chibi versions of the characters, which kind of typically isn't my normal go-to as far as figure collecting goes. But I will say that I like these figures a whole lot. They're a nice small scale, easy to display, and actually do come with a fair amount of customizability options as far as pose and stance goes. I will say, for anyone out there, I'm not a big Funko Pop guy. If you like Funko Pops, hey, maybe check out this Adorable Arts line. Kind of gives that similar appeal, and I think it's a much, much high quality figure. Like I said, I'm biased. I don't particularly care for Funko Pops in any way, shape, or form. I think they look kind of trash. I think they kind of are more landfill fuel than much of anything else. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Jay Block, good morning. Welcome on in. Hey, Banana, good morning. How are you? Hey, well, welcome on in. Again, my name's Darren. I'm from Mog's Palace here. Just kind of give you an idea of what these are going to be about. Kind of wanted to make some more chill whatnots here. Give us a place to kind of talk about Final Fantasy, talk about the games we love, other JRPGs, of course. I'm a big fan of all of them, which shouldn't be too surprising. Hey, a Doyle? A Doyle rules. Love it. Again, just kind of give us a relaxing atmosphere to talk about some Final Fantasy, talk about some JRPGs, and look at some cool figures, both for my collection if there's anything anyone ever wants to see, but also I do have some characters that figures that I'm going to be looking to sell on here. I've got a growing inventory. I know we've got a lot of cool stuff coming in from Japan. Hey, Josh Pogge, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hope you're having yourself a good Thursday. Again, I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. So we are a business that is run by collectors for collectors. We're going to be working on bringing you guys some of the coolest figures from Japan, bringing them straight to you. So you guys can kind of start collecting the same things or continue collecting the same things that I love so much here over at Mog's Palace. So we are a kind of a foundational based off of me and my girlfriend Claire. So we're going to be starting up this business together. We're going to be going into whatnot. We'll be doing these regularly. I kind of want to provide a more chill environment for Final Fantasy and JRPG enthusiasts. Obviously, for me, I grew up on Final Fantasy VII. I grew up on Final Fantasy VIII, and Chrono Trigger are probably the earliest ones I remember playing way back in the before four times. Hey, Nostalgia, how you doing this morning? Welcome to the Hangout. Noodle, good morning. Josh Pogge, good morning to you as well. Hey, glad you guys all stopped in. I'm Darren from Mog's Palace, here to show you some cool Final Fantasy stuff. We are a business by collectors for collectors. So we'll be bringing you guys some of the cool stuff from Japan, importing it in, and then delivering it directly to you guys. Some of this stuff is pretty confusing and hard to get a hold of. So I'm always on the hunt to bring you guys the latest and greatest, and also some of the coolest old things here as the inventory grows. Welcome on in, guys. Again, my name's Darren. This is Mog's Palace. So what I want to do with this whatnot is I want to kind of provide a more chill environment, a lot of avoiding a lot of the hectic craziness of a lot of whatnots here. So I just kind of want to ask you guys, start off with an easy question. What is your guys' favorite Final Fantasy? Boss Baby Rocky, good morning. Astro Boy, good morning to you as well. I guess kind of to start off, for me, it's probably going to be it's a toss up, man. Final Fantasy X's always solid. I don't think you can really find too many flaws with it. Uh, but 7 and 8, like I said, J Block, welcome back on in. Um, so I'm assuming since you guys are here, you're big Final Fantasy fans. So I kind of want to talk to you guys about the different lines that Square Enix offers for figures because it can actually be a bit confusing. I know that about a couple months ago, me and the girlfriend started buying Final Fantasy figures to decorate our game room. And let me tell you, hopping on Square Enix's site was a lot, both because there is not as much offerings as one would hope for a lot of these older figures. It's pretty limited at a pretty high price point. And also, you go on to Square Enix's website, and what you see listed is a bunch of product lines labeled various arts. And now I've done a lot of research, I've done a lot of learning and a lot of purchasing in my own collection to kind of understand what each of these arts are. But I kind of want to break it down for you guys as well, because it can again be kind of confusing, kind of intimidating for someone going in to buy their first piece. So what I want to kind of talk about first, we'll get this out of the way. I want to talk about these adorable arts figures. We got a couple here. We got Zach, we've got Lightning, and we've got Tifa. Again, you can check the store. I do have all these for purchase as well. Whenever I can, to the best of my ability, I want to, anything I stock in the store, I also want to buy one for my own collection, both because I love them, I like to have them, but also then I can kind of show them off to you guys like I have with Cloud, the adorable arts here, and show you guys all the features. And I'm not just kind of posting up a sealed box here saying, hey, can you please buy this figure? That's not what I'm all about. Again, I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy and a big fan of the collection myself. So having things to show you guys off firsthand is always cool. Uh, so again, we're going to start with these adorable arts here. So we're going to take a look at this guy, Zach. He is the GOAT. I vacuum up any Zach Fair merchandise like a freaking maniac. So the adorable arts gives you this nice little figure here, right? It actually comes with a fair amount of customizability. Most of them come with extra heads. Everything can kind of just pop on off here. Let's see if I can do it with the camera in front of my face. Everything pops off nice and easy. They usually come with an additional head. I know Zach has a little bit more of a serious face. And additional arms as well. So I'm not gonna open up the box to redo it, but I had Zach in what is it? Embrace your dreams, and no matter what happens, protect your honor as a soldier. Had him in that pose for a while, but I switched him up on stream yesterday to kind of show everyone the articulation and the ease of changing out. Again, these arms pop right out, pop right back in, so you can switch them with the other ones that come in the set. Kahi Man, good morning. So again, this is the adorable arts line. Now, I didn't think I would like them so much at first. This is actually a buy for the girlfriend. You know what? They're actually really detailed. Yeah, especially if you're into the more cutesy, chibi style. They're really, really cool. But even I like them because they are so detailed and they do come with options. Now, I would highly recommend if you or a loved one are into Funko Pops, look into the adorable arts line because these are just, they give that same cutesy appeal, but they are just so much better. Hey, Gustavo, welcome on in. Again, these are just much better display pieces. They're pretty small too, which is nice because you can stick a ton of these on the shelf. I think so far they have most of the Final Fantasy VII cast. I think they don't have Barrett and Sid yet. I know Cloud, Aerith, Tifa, Yuffie, Vincent, Red 13, which I'm still trying to find because his is adorable. Hey, Jennifer, welcome on in. Oh, no, we lost Zach. So, anyway, like I was saying, the adorable arts line. Please, if you have a loved one that is addicted to Funko Pops, please point them in the way of adorable arts because this is just a much better product that gets the same idea across. Trippin' McDaisy, good morning. Um, so yeah, and like I said, currently in the shop, I have on offer the three you see here. I will always try to again purchase for myself a copy whenever possible. It's not always going to be possible because some of these figures are maybe a little bit more expensive or a little bit bigger than I have the room to display, but I'll always try my best to show them off to you. So you have your adorable arts. We are going to show off kind of a much smaller product from Square. So I'm going to post a couple of these up here. So we kind of have a couple options to look at. Oh, unfortunately, Una's staff is kind of knocking things off the display. All right, so what we've got here, just a bit of an educational tangent right now. So we got here, these are the Square Arts. So when you hear the name Trading Arts. This is going to be the stuff you guys are looking at, Trading Arts Mini in particular. Um, so what the Trading Arts figures are is they are a much smaller, more affordable minifigure line. Gary Gaines, welcome on in. Hey, Fernando, welcome on in. Kenneth, how you doing? How you doing? Again, so kind of on our next little tour through the Square Enix figures here. So we do have the Trading Arts. They're shown right up here on the little spindle there. So what Trading Arts are is now it's a little bit different in Japan than it is in America. In Japan, these are typically sold in blind boxes, right? So you never know what you're going to get. You keep buying the boxes, you try to get the whole set. That's kind of the model that they go off of, which is really cool. I'm sure you guys have done blind box purchases before. There is definitely the adrenaline rush and the thrill of trying to complete a set. In America, they did them a little bit differently for whatever reason, where they actually sell, hey, how's it going, Orlando? Welcome on in. What they do in America is they actually sell these in individual packaging, so you know what you're going to get. Again, hit or miss. You know, it's cool. I like blind boxes, and I wish there were cooler Final Fantasy blind boxes in America. Unfortunately, we kind of miss out on a lot of that. You're going to learn through this that we miss out on a lot of stuff that Japan gets, and it shouldn't come as a shock to anyone. They kind of get all the cool stuff, and it's readily available, which really sucks because here in America, you really do have to hunt and you have to track down. Obviously, I've learned in my collecting and sourcing that this stuff is just not easy to come by. Very, very big barrier to entry for us, both cost wise and time wise, to hunt some of this stuff down, especially if it's not new. You know, a lot of people are going to go straight to the Square Enix store and again find that their offerings are not phenomenal in their own shop, especially if you're looking for anything older. Good luck. Um, so we're going to go ahead and move these out of the way. That's kind of my tangent for them. Apollo, welcome on in. Okay, so the next line I want to talk about is going to be my personal favorite. It turns out is the Bring Arts line. Now with Bring Arts, you get these smaller scale figures. I'm not too sure. I think it might be an eighth scale or it's somewhere about there. You know, it's you get about I don't know, a 5-inch figure depending on character size. Now, see if we can get him to chill out for a sec. So the Bring Arts line. Again, do get these figures. They're pretty detailed. They're very posable. Come with the optional different hands with accessories, like you can see Cloud's hard edge sword there. Um, Anyway, sorry about that. I had to take a drink of something real quick. But anyway, with the Bring Arts, the thing I like so much is that there is actually, it came to find out, and I did not know this before I started collecting, but there is such a high amount of how do I want to put it? There is a wide array of characters, some that are really going to shock you if you're a fan of Final Fantasy and especially even other old Square Enix JRPGs. If you didn't know, they make Bring Arts for Vagrant Story, for Xenogears, for the Legends of Mana and Tale, the Mana games, if you want to call them that. They make Bring Arts for, you can see here, they've got the Final Fantasy VII collection. I believe they have all the main characters, including the Turks, Sephiroth, Rufus. And these figures are really cool. If I can show you kind of the packaging, I don't know where I put Cloud. I'm not going to bother. You can see it on the figure. But the Final Fantasy VII ones are cool because they're actually based off the original Tetsuya Nomura artwork. So you'll kind of see that these kind of emulate more the battle screen uh, versions of the characters. So it's really cool. But again, the thing I'm most excited about this Bring Arts line is that Square Enix has shown that they are willing to take risks that they wouldn't take with, say, the bigger figures, the Play Arts Kais, and now the new Play Arts Shen. Again, Xenogears, Vagrant Story, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Mana series, and then, of course, you've got Nier and Kingdom Hearts as well, which are a little bit more Square Enix staples. Typically, if you're talking about bigger figures, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, and Nier are kind of where the line begins and ends. They don't stray too much out of that. But Bring Arts, they've gotten very experimental. I'm excited to see what else comes on offer. I would be happy, and I wouldn't be super shocked if they're going to make a deep cut like Vagrant Story, which I loved that game as a kid, but who remembers Vagrant Story these days or who has played it? Probably not a whole ton of people. Hey, Maltesful, welcome on in. Again, if they're going to do those offerings with Bring Arts, I wouldn't be surprised to see Chrono Cross, Legend of Dragoon, Parasite Eve, Chrono Trigger, maybe. Although I do have some exciting news for anyone that is interested in Chrono Trigger because they, for the 30th anniversary this year, they do have some cool offerings coming out. Hey, David, welcome on in. Again, I was just talking about the Bring Arts figures. And again, it should excite you. Again, if you're a fan of Square Enix and especially the old PlayStation 1 JRPGs that they came out with, Bring Arts is amazing because they have so much on offer. We're talking about, hey, Aswin, right? Welcome on in. If you're a fan of those PlayStation 1 JRPGs, you can find Ashley and Sydney from Vagrant Story. They have the main protagonist and Emil from Nier. They have the Final Fantasy Tactics. They've got Delita Ramza Agrius. Uh, they have the Legends of Mana characters all in this smaller form, which the thing I like about them is, not everyone has space. We're actually running out of space to display the Play Arts Kais and the Play Arts Shin in our game room. If you have limited space and also a limited budget, these Bring Arts figures are perfect for that. They're not too big. They don't take up too much room. You can fit a full cast on a shelf. And you also get a lot of wide variety. So if you want to set yourself up a kind of little collection shrine to PlayStation 1 JRPGs, you can do that. I'm keeping my ears to the ground for what else is coming out with these figures. I hope to see Chrono Cross. I hope to see Legend of Dragoon. I hope to see Parasite Eve. Again, a lot of those. Sorry that the camera's wobbling. I have to have a fan on in here because it is hot as balls in Wisconsin right now. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm hoping I'm following this line along pretty closely because I am excited to see what comes of it. And you can kind of see with Cloud here, you do have a cool posable figure. You know, it's still got actually a lot of the same points of articulation that the player at Sky has. You can see he's got good articulation in the hips, good in the hands. It does come with additional hands. This one is the hard edge version. Of course, they do have a Buster Sword version. For Cloud, they also have Cloud with the Hardy Daytona motorcycle. All right. Anyway, so we're just finishing up talking about the Bring Arts line here. So again, hey Wrath, how you doing today? Good morning. So we were just kind of talking about this whatnot channel. So what I want to do is kind of build more of a community in a more chill setting where we're here to talk about Final Fantasy and our favorite JRPGs. And I will be showing you guys the merch that we get in here at Mog's Palace. We're a business of collectors for collectors. Me and the girlfriend are decking out our game room with a lot of figures. And in my time sourcing and trying to find all these figures and track them down, hey, Jen, good morning. We wanted to start up a business to bring these figures from Japan and make them more accessible for everyone. Hey, Voltron, welcome on in. Good morning. Oh, it's going pretty good, pretty good. Day off of work today, so we're talking a little bit of Final Fantasy. So that's always a pleasant time. How about you? How's your morning? Yeah, hell yeah. So since you stopped by, I guess I'll kind of introduce myself. I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. We are a bit of a new business. I'm kind of starting this endeavor now within the past week or so. So, a little backstory. The girlfriend and I are big Final Fantasy and JRPG fans. So we have started collecting for our game room. And I have done and learned a lot in trying to collect these figures and have learned exactly how difficult and tedious it can be to track some of these down. So, what Mog's Palace aims to do is we're going to be importing these figures from Japan. Hey, Banana, welcome back in. On vacay, going away, sat with fam for a week. Is that a good or a bad thing? No, I'm sure family's fun, but uh, oh, you're going away Saturday. You mean um, on vacation, going away Saturday with family for a week? Can be a good or a bad thing. Nah, we all love our family, right? Depends on how much personal space you get on that. But again, so Mog's Palace, we are focused. We're collectors, and we're focused on bringing other collectors. 20 of you going. I hope you rented out a compound or a timeshare for that or something. Good lord, you got to rent out a small town for that many people if you want to get any sort of distance and personal space. I'd be running okay, a house that's I mean, that's still a lot of people to cram in there. I'd be sitting in the woods for a couple hours a day just to decompress. Man, good morning. Welcome on in. Random Toys, good morning. Yeah, so getting back to it, I want to provide like a more chill experience. We can talk about Final Fantasy and JRPGs, and as I get inventory in, we will. This is kind of the starter inventory that I have. So I sourced this out from Japan. Got a couple figures here. We've got these adorable arts, and we've got the Bring Arts Cloud. We have some near figures as well. If you check the shop, we've got A2 back there, and we have the ever sought after freeing bunny to be uh, to display. Um, so another thing I always try to do is when it's in my power, I'll be trying to also get a figure to display for my own personal collection. That way, like this, I can kind of show off to you guys all the different articulations, the quality of the figures, without just being like, hey, you know, without doing one of these and being like, hey, buy this box. This way, you guys can kind of get a firsthand look and ask any questions that you want to. Not always going to be the case. I don't have infinite space or infinite money to buy a second copy of every figure that's going to come through the shop. But again, whenever I can, I'll do that. So, where are you guys vacationing to? Florida? Oh, nice. It's going to be a little toasty there. A little toasty, a little muggy, but I'm sure you guys will have fun hitting up the beach or I mean, we just recently had a heat wave here in Wisconsin, and we are not known for that. We had some 100-degree days this past week. Now it's just kind of dreary, so that kind of sucks. But what are you going to do? So Voltron as well. Since we have, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Gotta love the kiddos though. Um, Collect, play, repeat. Welcome on in. So I wanted to get you guys' opinion too. So, you know, uh, just kind of starting a YouTube channel. And one thing I learned collecting the square figures as kind of a newbie in the past couple months is that it is kind of hard for someone just starting out to decipher like what is a play arts, what is a adorable arts, what is bring arts. So I was kind of thinking, and what I was actually going to record today is kind of a video. Once an OG. Oh no. Um, So I kind of planned on today recording, I guess you could say like an informational, educational video, kind of breaking down each of the Square Enix lines. So people, wondering like, okay, what is Play Arts Kai? What is Play Arts Shin? What is Bring Arts? Has a little bit better of a reference point. And I'm providing a little bit of history on each line. So I'm hoping that'll be something that interests people because the collecting journey can be a bit of a you know uh, Square Enix loves. Let's just say Square Enix loves their vague names. We all know that. Uh, so I guess since we got pretty simple names for these products, I guess we should probably be happy there. There's not additional adjectives that don't need to exist. But anyways, so I guess I'll kind of talk. So what you see in front of you there, that's of course Zach Fair. That's the adorable arts. We've got Tifa and we've got Lightning here as well. Um, Adorable arts. So things I like about them. Seth Willis, thanks for stopping on in. Things I like about the adorable arts figures. They're smaller. They're much easier to display, and maybe it doesn't show, and I can pull out if anyone wants to see the actual packaging for it. Is it that they do come with like additional arms, additional heads, and stuff like that, so you can customize the display. These aren't 100% static figures. Girlfriend loves them. She's, I've grown attached to them. I'm normally not a cutesy figure kind of guy, but I do quite like these ones. Um, Eddie, good morning. What I would recommend if you have any loved ones that are unfortunately addicted to Funko Pops, show them the Adorable Arts line because it gets kind of the same point across, and they're just much better figures. I'm biased because I cannot stand Funko Pops. You will not see a Funko Pop set foot in my shop. I promise you that. It's just not for me. Different strokes for different folks, but not something that I particularly enjoy. So we got Zach Fair here. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy, you know he is the best character and he's heavily goaded. That's why I have his beautiful play arts Kai back there as well. I've been personally trying to track down and find every single bit of Zach Fair figure collecting that there is out there. And great idea. Research helps when giving info of an IP brand product. Oh yeah, and it won't be a heavy history lesson, but kind of give history of the line, just a little bit because there are some things that are really cool about it that I don't think the average person knows, and that it takes a lot of work. I've had to do a lot of research in, starting up Mog's Palace. It takes a lot of time, and some people don't want to deal with that BS, and some people just want to buy cool figures. Um, for display purposes, and a lot of nostalgia comes along with these characters as well for those of us who grew up on JRPGs, or hopefully for new fans of JRPGs today. um, but again, giving people that information I think will help a lot. And if that video does well, I'll kind of go into, you start to learn what the good product lines are because there are so many figures out there. And I want to help. Sorry, I'm going to try to get this camera to wobble less. It's because I have a fan going in the background, and like I said, in Wisconsin it's pretty hot out right now and muggy, so I'm kind of dying in this game room. But Yeah, so to offer people that education and kind of know what they're looking at, especially like price point wise, um is something that I do want to bring to the table and help out other collectors, and then most importantly bringing that stuff in because again, getting stuff from Japan, it's not easy. You have, I'm pretty sure with time and effort, you'll find your audience. Keep up good work. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, we're just kind of starting out, but I definitely do want to build more of a community, not just not just a flipping mentality, but something where I can bring you guys the information you want, hopefully the figures you want. Got a lot of cool stuff that's going to be coming in, the next month or so. To really improve our offerings. And I do want to kind of expand a little bit. So obviously, Final Fantasy is going to be the bread and butter, but yo, Burrito Man, good morning. But I'm a huge Near fan. You can see A2 back there, and I've got some other Near figures. I'll kind of show you guys too. We got, here's the collection building. Again, I've been trying to track down every Zach fair that exists, and I'm getting pretty close. But also a big fan of Nier, big Final Kingdom Hearts fan too. So I'm gonna eventually. We're kind of, downside to collecting is this room is not huge, so we are kind of starting to run out of room here. We're also big Lego fans and Lord of the Rings fans, so that's kind of what you see here. Final Fantasy Legos, man, let me tell you, those rule. Big fan of those. Anyway, yeah, so I think creating content is a long term. Hey man, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're trying to build one step at a time. That's why, we're gonna have some streams like this where we just sit down and hang out. The Black Tower, that is Barad-dûr from Lord of the Rings. Now, fun fact with that one, I am currently, well, I kind of got distracted because, been working on Mog's Palace for the past 2 weeks basically. I am getting a light kit for that, and I'm excited because it's going to look super cool. We're going to have lit up Barad-dûr, and I'm going to aim the eye right at this. Show you probably won't be able to see it too much, but this is actually a lamp. So, I'm kind of picturing at night we'll have Barad-dûr, we'll have the Eye of Sauron staring boom right at the thing, and it'll create a really nice light. Got some lights in the room. Got this really cool custom Etsy Near figure as well. We'll show my girlfriend's little collection at her desk. Love it all. Yeah, got cool stuff. We're building our collection. So Tenshi, welcome on in. I really like those Polygon figures too. I wish they came with stands. As you can see, they do kind of fall over a little bit anytime you jostle the shelf. Which this morning I was actually redoing all the. I like movable figures, obviously. So usually at my Thursday ritual on my day off is wake up in the morning, reposition all my figures and change them up and stuff like that. I love that um, aspect of it and being able to switch things up. It really lets you get into it. Omni Man, good morning, welcome in. Um, but yeah, collecting has been just such a fun time. And I don't know if you know, but I kind of want to show one thing I'm super, super excited about. So, got Bring Arts Cloud here. That's kind of the scale you're going to get for all the Bring Arts figures. They're all pretty consistent. If you're a fan of old JRPGs, like PS1 era JRPGs, you would probably be shocked at the figures that they have to offer through Square. Man, I was collecting and all of a sudden I ran into them. Like, they have Vagrant Story Bring Arts characters. They have Legends of Mana Bring Arts characters. Xenogears has characters. I was like, oh wow, shit. This is definitely a line to pay attention to. And the price point's usually pretty accessible, at least if you compare it to like Play Arts Kai and God forbid Play Arts Shin, where you gotta take out a second, credit line just to get those. But these Bring Arts figures, man, I'm telling you, if you're starting to collect or if you're a fan, like look into that line because that's and they're small too, which some people don't like. I like for the purpose of you can display a lot more. You can get one shelf and you can have a dozen of these figures on it. They're not taking up all that much real estate. So people who have less money, less space, it's the perfect line for them. Now, granted, some of them are very hard to get a hold of. The Vagrant Story ones, the Xenogears ones, those you're going to be kind of paying a premium price on the secondhand market. Hey, man, thanks so much. Yeah, I'll be doing those. I'm probably going to do another one later today that's maybe a little bit more selling focused. This one was kind of more of a chill morning one before people go to work. But yeah, it was nice talking to you. Yeah, we'll do this again soon. Hey, Airedale, good morning. Welcome on in. Bruno, welcome on in. Good morning. Hey, Banksy, good morning. Welcome on in. Sorry, stepped away there for a second. How you doing? So again, to introduce myself, I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. We are a uh, sorry, we are a figure importer primarily business by collectors for collectors here. Hey, Villajon, welcome on in. Good morning. How you doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Stopping in before work. You got the day off? I guess I'll introduce myself as well, since you're just stopping in. Working. All right. Well, I hope I can give you a good enough distraction on company time. I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. We are a new importer business. We're collectors ourselves, so I've learned a lot in my collecting about importing, finding figures, education on figures. So I kind of want to bring that to everyone here because this stuff is not the easiest to get a hold of in the states. I've learned that there's a lot of ropes to jump through and a lot of let me tell you, I feel the tariffs now. I really, really do. So we're going to be kind of bringing a lot of this stuff from Japan source, bringing it back here for fans of Final Fantasy and other JRPGs. We will be covering as well. Right now the big one is we also have some near figures. You can see everything in the shop if you want to take a look. But we have near, we're going to be getting Kingdom Hearts in and also some deep cut JRPGs, especially from the PS1 era. I've got some stuff coming from Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm working on getting some stuff from Legend of Dragoon, Xenogears, like a lot of those. We're going to stay very focused on our JRPGs here at the shop. If you're looking for anime figures, not really going to be the place for it, but Persona, that's another series that I'm working on getting here. So we have a lot of inventory that's going to be coming in. So kind of look forward to the next, especially month or so. We're going to be bringing a lot of stuff in that I've been able to track down, hunt down wherever I can. Let me tell you, it's been a lot of more work building inventory for this than I had anticipated in the beginning, and I anticipated it to be a bit of a trek, and it kind of blew it out of the water what my expectations were. But also what I want to do on Whatnot is I kind of want to build more of a community. We're not going to be doing auctions. We're not going to be doing giveies. Although I will say I do have maybe some small, modest gifts for, different purchases. I've tried to stock up on things to, little gift bag stuffers. We'll call them that. But again, getting back to it, I really do want to just create an environment where fans of JRPGs, Final Fantasy or other, we can chill, we can talk about things. I can show off some figures. Again, I'm biased, so I'm hoping I do sell some stuff since I am starting up a shop. So we're not just going to hang out, but then at least I can show off figures and give everyone a close look at them. Kind of my philosophy is if it's within, again, I'm a collector. If it's within my power to buy a figure to show off, then I want to do so. I'll have, of course, sealed copies to sell, but like in this case, I do have sealed copies of all of these figures here for sale. But then I like having one for my collection, and then also I can give you guys an upfront look at the figures, and you guys can ask questions, and it's not just blind faith me, sticking a box in front of a camera and saying, "Hey, buy this thing." No, you can actually, you can take a look at it, you can see all about it and hopefully offer some education too. One thing I was saying before is today I'm going to be working on recording a bit of a Square Enix figure educational video. One thing when I first started collecting these figures is it's kind of hard to parse apart what's a bring arts, what's a play arts Kai, what's an adorable arts. You go on the Square Enix site and it's not exactly the most clear thing, right? To a newcomer. So today I'm going to be popping on YouTube, keeping an eye out for it. You just kind of give a little bit of an educational tour of all these different figures, kind of explain it to a layperson or someone who's just getting into collecting. What exactly are all these different lines? Because again, it's not the most apparent thing. Yeah, you can figure it out, but it does take some research. So hopefully, give a little bit of awareness to people like me who just want to start getting into collecting, like I did recently. I mean, our first figure was I got my girlfriend Lightning for Mother's Day. So what was that? 2, 3 months ago. We've been very blessed in having the ability to kind of build up a pretty sizable collection and still have the opportunity. Hey, Val Valley, good morning. And still have the opportunity to grow our own collection and build up inventory for the shop. But hey, if you guys are looking for, if you're big JRPG fans like we are, I hope to be kind of the one-stop shop for people to be able to find these things, as the business expands, bring you guys more stuff that you're into. And then the nice thing too is having this whatnot, I'm always looking for feedback or, people let me know, maybe if there's a figure you'd like to see, if there's something you'd like to see in the shop, you let me know, point it out. And if I can hunt it down, I will. Um, I'll always be glad to do that for, people looking for a particular thing. Because again, hey, lovely Sam, thanks for stopping in. Because again, finding some of this stuff is not that easy. It takes a lot of digging and a lot of vigilance. I'll say that because sometimes these things pop up and they're gone. So having the ability to keep an eye on the markets and stuff like that is not something that every single collector is going to have time to do. Um, so we're always looking to help that, but doing a bit of a shameless plug. We're on Mercari, I've got eBay. Obviously we're here on Whatnot, so I always appreciate follows on any of those platforms. And hey, if you're nearby, I'm on Facebook Marketplace as well. We're kind of trying to attack this from multiple angles and build something that's really cool for collectors. One day, fingers crossed, I can get our own website up and running, and it'll be nice because it'll be cheaper for me, and cheaper for me means cheaper for everyone else too. Because man, these different platforms gouge you for sometimes 10, 15%, which is kind of a bummer for everyone involved. So with the goal of one day having, man, I would love to have a physical shop one day. I just don't know if that's a realistic goal for what we're trying to do, because we Final Fantasy fans are dedicated, but you know we're unfortunately few and far between for various reasons. Some understandable reasons, some that are very unfortunate. So, but man, yeah, having a physical shop would be just the absolute shit, in my opinion. Being able to in person, this is really nice because I can talk to you fellow fans, and we can sit and talk about what we like, what interests us, what looks cool. Being able to do so in person would be even more rad. But yeah, what can you do? Um, but again, I'll kind of give a brief overview of what I've got today, kind of doing the salesman thing. So I do have these adorable arts available in the shop. Got Zach Fair, we've got Lightning, and we've got Tifa as well. They're all really cool display pieces, especially, so some people are more inclined to hey, Mr. Silvas, hey, good morning. Um, some people maybe are a little like my girlfriend. She loves the more cutesy appeal. I actually do like them a lot too. They have grown on me. I didn't think I'd like them so much when I first got them, but they are really cool figures. Um, very much appreciate them. They are still actually, in my opinion, pretty high quality, and you get different accessories with them. You get different. They're not fully static. You can kind of see so their heads come off because they usually have alternate faces. Hi, Soto. Good morning. How are you? Hey, Sergio. Good morning. Welcome on in. Again, I'm Darren from Mog's Palace. What we are is we're business by collectors for collectors. We're just kind of starting this out here. Hey, how are you working today? Are you off for the day? Working? Nice. I'm glad I can offer you distraction on company time. I'm all about that life. Stick it to the man where you can, you know? But anyway, Darren at Mog's Palace here. We're collectors starting up a shop for collecting, always collecting, dude. Dirty Dog, welcome on in. Yeah, the grind never stops, man. But we're collectors ourselves, me and my girlfriend Claire. We've been, hey, Flash Jewelry, good morning. Um, we've been building up the collection in our game room, and I actually, kind of been learning a lot about collecting and a lot about, sourcing things, importing things. I actually decided, you know what, I kind of want to make a business about this. A little personal information. I work as a nurse in heart surgery, which I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's a good job. But, hey, how's it going, man? I like it. I enjoy it. It's a good job. Where the product at? So we got it kind of over here. So I have sealed copies of kind of what you see here. These are my own personal copies for display purposes, so you guys can kind of see them and check out the products. But in the shop, you can kind of see I do have. So yeah, so I can prove I'm not lying. I do have like sealed ones over here. So sealed for you guys, but I like having my own personal ones. A for Cloud Play Arts. Uh, are you talking about the one that's right here? This guy? Because that one that's Cloud from the that's Bring Arts. I know it gets a little confusing. That's why today I'm going to be making a little bit of a Square Enix figure educational video, if you want to call it that, on YouTube. Start putting out some videos there. Um, but yeah, so that's actually the Bring Arts line, which has a bunch of really cool figures. And one thing that excites me a lot is that not for sale. I actually have I have Cloud Play Art Shin. If you want to look at it, like I said, actually, I think I do have one coming for inventory in the future. Not exactly sure when it's going to get here. Yeah, you want to see it? Let me grab it. One sec. Yeah, hell yeah. Cloud rocks. All right, let me kind of scoot some things out of the way. We'll have his little buddy hanging out here. And actually, let's make it a whole scene. You want to see Cloud? Let me show you Cloud. Get everyone else out of here. Bam, you got your Cloud. Bam, you got your Cloud. Boom, you got your Cloud. And let's see, I don't know if he'll stand on the rotator. Oh no. Oh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Maybe it will. Not for sale. No, that's my personal collection. Like I said, I am working on getting a Play Art Shin Cloud for the shop. So I'm hoping in the future, within the next month or so. So any not safe for work figs. Uh, well, I mean, I do have the freeing bunny to be. Hey, Paulden. Good morning. Aaron Drew, welcome on in. Hey, Anakin Summers, welcome on in. Hey, Jose Gizo, how's it going? Hello. Just chilling.
Oh, I won this for a penny. It's one of the ones which I won.
What is it? See? Damn. Awesome. Mhm. Sure. 8 minutes, 6 pounds. Oh.
Your music good now on Tinder. Not everyone's gonna get it, but we don't make cards for everyone. We make them for you. I'm obsessed with my results. I think I was most excited for my lips treatment. What are my photos?
Hey, Anakin Summers, welcome back in.